Hello, hello! Welcome to Metallurge 70 AoS2 Community Tournament. I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope you all are doing awesome. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. Let me go find the challenge link. So if you want to follow along, it'll be in both chats. It'll be pinned on Twitch. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube. And welcome, welcome. Hello. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. We are running our third paid tournament sponsored by Fruit Bat Factory. They are giving out prizes for the top 3 winners. As usual, if you would like details, please click on the challenge link. I'll add it to the YouTube description as well. So give me a moment to do that. And we are going to be getting started in just a moment. Boom, boom. Let me go add it to my description here. Bracket. Boom. It is now also in the YouTube description. So if you're interested in following along, if you're not playing, or if you're playing and just don't have it up right now, please click on the link to see where the link is. Get buyer spot this Fruit Bat Factory sponsored tournament. We will see, mindless. So our first match on stream is going to be between, we are showing off Mindless versus Luches. We're going to get started in just a moment. Let me go and put those people in. Boom. I haven't really gotten a chance to do big edits for this overlay, but it's still functional. It still works perfectly fine. Happy with it. Sure, I think this guy's black blown out by him dinner. Wait, what? Yeah, Mindless, you are going to be on stream. I think we're just waiting on someone else to join this lobby, right? Who needs to be in here? You need to be in here. Go join this lobby, Mindless. You're supposed to be in here. And then we shall start. I'll give everyone the go-ahead. And we are off. Tourney has started. You may begin your matches. Good luck all. Good luck all. Make sure you go to your respective lobbies. And we're getting started here. All right. Everyone should be ready to go. We got Mindless versus Luches. Luches has not been here in quite a bit, so we're going to see how they can take on Mindless. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let's get right into the news, the tournament. Boom. Okay, just kind of to level my PNG tuber microphone. It's been a bit. We're going to be working around on that. But we got Seguri versus Alte. Not surprised from either of these players. These are both their mains. A lot of players tend to just have one main. Aside from the uber high level. That missile didn't stop Seguri, but Mindless getting a nice answer anyway. Very even start so far. Both players have gotten their licks in. Gotta see a gold shield come out from Mindless, looking for the anchor. Gets the conversion into the machine gun as a double anchor, trying to lock them down out of ammo to continue further. That is the limitation of this game. You cannot like fully infinite someone. So that's kind of like how it's almost like falling at a hit stun, kind of, you know. Lucas goes for the gold shield, does not get much out of it. However, Mindless gonna miss an optimal punish, I would guess. So only gets minimal value out of it, but is currently quite dominating this lead right now, playing up the neutral game against Luches. I thought that was a shield there, guess not, but Luches unable to find much more off those waves. The missiles to keep them into the combo, but a bit of a late double lantern, but has full meter to play a lot of defense here, so it's going to be very difficult for Luches to find their way back through this game. Goes for a hash shot in, gets in on Mindless. Mindless just holding onto the shields, has no reason to worry. No reason to worry just yet. You gotta just sit back here and choke Luches out of their life. Luches kind of needs to spend meter to make some progress here. However, it's just a losing battle because of how much meter Mindless is sitting on. However, Mindless needs to be careful. However, decides to just go for the Cell Hyper. However, this could give Lucius a chance if they play optimally. Mindless out of defense to do that. Probably thought that was going to kill. Unable to secure it. So just needs to work a little bit harder. And this could get a little dicey, being on their last bar of health. Lucius has an opening to try and make something happen here. Unable to do much with the shield. Kind of just lets it go. Goes for it again. Gets an opening, but the Sentry Bot is going to spot them. And that allows Mindless the opportunity to break into the scramble and take game one. So I got a little dicey there at the end, actually. It's generally why you don't see a lot of people try and play for a Cell Hyper, because if it misses or it just doesn't kill, you're completely defenseless at that point. You lose your meter advantage. So when you have the lead, you kind of want to make sure that's going to kill. Otherwise, you could potentially lose your whole advantage, because otherwise Lucius kind of like has to just play the meter game and work all the way back up there. Very difficult. However, Mindless gets it done. Let me go fix that score one moment. Boom, boom, boom. Oops, that's the swap button. Actually, I need to swap anyway. Anyway, yeah, not a lot of damage done so far. Mindless with a small lead. Oh, bullshit's out of the machine gun. Fair enough. Mindless missing the anchor follow-up. Gets clipped there. Gold shields to get out of it. Doesn't want to worry about any combos from Lucius. Again, another late anchor input. Probably just fumbling around a bit. Happens. These missiles are tagging onto Lucius as well. Lucius looking for shield openings. Gets a bit of a nice meter trade there. And a bit of an extra opening there. Just backing off, taking what trades they can get. Just accepting that they're going to lose the meter battle against Mindless here. Try to take the small wins. Could work out for them. We will see. But has to keep avoiding these Sentry Bots. Ooh, misses a Hyper. So that's a decent opportunity to get back in the meter game. Lucius just going all in, and Mindless just going to take that, expend all of their meter just to keep playing defense there. So now we have an even meter game pretty much, but Lucius just getting barraged by these projectiles. The counter shield going to allow Mindless to punish. Continuing up all these punishes. My anchor going to tag them again. Lucius on their last little bar of life. Going to be hard to do it again. Same situation, but Mindless just going for hypers. I'm not sure why. No reason to get too desperate there. Just kind of really trying to finish this off, but you have to be able to tag it, and it's not. You have to be really up close. So Mindless just missing it. Gets a combo confirm into the super. So that's interesting. That's a cool tag. So gets it with the anchor, combos it into the super to end off that game, and Mindless is up 2-0 against Lucius. I want to see if I can extend this a bit. Alright, whatever. Alright. Well, anyway, Lucius actually getting some licks back in. Keep up the half shield pressure. However, the bot is going to save Mindless. You do have to watch out for the security. That is how Alte plays defense a lot. Ooh, nice little opening there. Mindless just gonna eat the damage. I'm guessing he wants to try and play this super game and hold the meter that way. Don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but Mindless is surely to hold their own here. Has done so far, but Lucius right now has the lead. Mindless having quite a bit of heat, but has full meter bar. Gonna combo into super. Tries to do it again. That is not true. Super into super is not gonna work, but does get a lot of damage out of that first super, but kind of wasting a lot of meter still. Okay, goes for reset, gets it. So Lucius having a nice life lead once again. Meter lead is not too significant. However, gold shields to get out of that, but Mindless also going to gold shield. Getting a gold shield on that. So Lucius has a good opportunity to look for a game here. Needs to keep up this good pressure, keep finding these openings against Mindless. Doing a good job of tagging them and forcing some defensive plays out of them. Another reset situation into super. Oh, continue with this combo. Wow, very nice. nicely done by Luches. Mindless having only a little more meter than Luches right now, so but Luches is gonna have to work for it. All these missiles coming in, gold shields that to prevent a lot of damage, but still gonna lose a lot of life. Has to keep playing careful here, not get tagged by all these projectiles that Alta can throw out. Very difficult sometimes. They just keep throwing out missiles. Okay, half shields exchanged. Miles probably missed the first time and it's like doing it again. Yeah, that happens. And that's from earlier. Ooh, gets the lockdown from the missile super, I believe. And Luchas finds himself cornered, so Mindless is going to find the 3-0. Had to work for it a little bit at the end, but relatively, fairly convincing performance from Mindless to defeat Luchas there as they take it 3-0. All right, let's see what everyone else is up to. We're waiting on 2 more matches. We got Sonya versus Bombastic, and we got Lunar versus Gabarina on the other side of the lobby. Let me go and assign some lobbies here. These guys can stay. Stations, boom. For Anthony's here as well. We could put them over there. Hooray! Congratulations, Mindless. Congrats. Sir Anthony taking it 3-0 over Mav. We see 3 O's across the board, actually, aside from this last one we're waiting on. You can start, by the way. Okay, let me go and get to winners round 2. We shall see who is doing what. Bombastic versus Jobber, that can go in one of the other ones. Yeah. We gotta keep the lobbies up. It's a little confusing, I get it. I wonder if I could change those names. Okay, boom. And have those start in progress. And then... yeah, I'm gonna wait for one more. So we're gonna sit around for just a bit, I think. We'll see what the other one is. Just waiting a bit. I guess in the meantime, I'll look at this channel stations. Hopefully, I'm here to watch Sir Anthony choke. I mean, do his best. Well, he has not choked so far. He managed to get the 3 over Mav, but he's going to be running into Fush here, so bit of a tough draw for him. Hopefully, I'll lose this one so I can fight Sir Anthony Low Bracket. Is that a request or a suggestion? Oh, yeah. Glitch needs to get into lobby too. You can ping them. Let me go into the station, see if I can change those names. Because I do how a challenge sets it up. Yeah, okay, I can fix this. I can make this nice. Boom. Boom. Oh, that's lobby 1. Hold on. Okay. Don't mind me just not looking at chat right now. Sorry. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Lobby 1, lobby 1, lobby 2. Lobby 2. Lobby 1. Lobby 1. And my Twitch is going to be going to there as well. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, now all the stations look good. Glitch is now here. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright. These guys can go. We're going to set up the next matches. We're going to have Walla and Gabarino on stream. Walla versus Gabarino. Sonya versus Lucy Fan will be here, and then the last two could be another one. Alright, all lobbies are assigned. Perfect. These guys can all be in progress. We have Gabarino versus Walla. Alright, there we go. Which lobby means Sonya in playing, or is it not going to be yet? It's going to be in this lobby. You guys can start now. I think we have someone else in here. I don't know if Gabe wants to go by a Moking fan. I forget. I think they do. Okay, alright. He wants to use this tag. Alright, you're gonna be... DDD got a retranslation. You can be DDD. Alright, fine. 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 DDD. You're just going to be DDD. DDD. Okay, Moken. DDD. You got a retranslation apparently. Alright. Good luck. Like and subscribe. I need one more subscription to get another emote slot on Twitch. We have about like a couple days to do that. So if we don't get a subscription tonight, I'm going to cry and then die. So I'm going to be begging tonight. So do subscribe. If you want to see more tournaments, I do one on stream every 5, so like every few months. So make sure you subscribe for that. I know subscriptions only last a month, but like and subscribe and give me money so I can get into the emote. Yeah. Alright. One more emote slot on Twitch, man. I was thinking about having debuts so I can go for emotes, but gonna have to delay and I'm gonna run out, so I'm gonna have to beg tonight. Anyway, Walla versus Moki Fan, aka DDD. Starbreaker versus Kyoko. An interesting matchup. You don't see a lot of characters too often, only a few of them. Everyone plays the same shit. Anyway, hot versus cold. Fire versus ice. But the heat is going to be on. Walla tends to have a lot of heat. Going for these melee combos gets a huge amount of damage onto DDD because of all the high heat that both these characters operate on, typically, or at least the way these players play. Starbreaker forces a lot of heat onto you, regardless if you want it or not. So we'll see how Walla stands up to DDD, and is doing a good job so far. Hyper going to come out, not going to do as much damage as you would like, but there's a tongue. However, Walla running out of meter. Both players low on meter, but he's going to have to work a lot more for it. The gold shield not going to defend the damage. That's a pretty low blow, unfortunately. And now they are on their last legs. Gets hit with the super face. Ice in the face. Walla is taking game 1 here over DDD. Remember, you do not need to announce your character unless you are swapping. But yeah, doesn't matter. Alright, the Starbaker's back in town. Immediately goes for a little bit of melee, establishing that quarter pressure. However, DDD's going to walk right through. Tag Walla with all that heat. Go for all these little melee hits. And it's already gotten Walla down to their second bar of life. Bombs being thrown out. Look for these lasers. Kind of just dashing around what Walla wants to do. However, it's going to get tagged there. And that's a huge amount of damage that suddenly comes out. Walla in the lead. Okay, gonna keep trying to run down Walla to mild success. Gonna block that super, and now Walla's in some trouble getting tagged. They keep tagging each other. It's kind of just a beat up brawl. Like two boxers going at it, just hitting each other with these melees, looking for the combo that's not combo for some reason. Super is going to land, but just beating back and forth and back and forth. And it is going to be DDD, who is still standing at the end. Just two brawlers just going at it in the melee, exchanging punches. When they're going right back in. Oh, shit. They're going too fast. They're going too fast. Wait, what's going on? Okay, this one, I think it's bugged. Alright, we're fine. We're here. We're here. Alright, immediately right back into Walla's face. That is what you want to do against Kyoko. You can't let her establish this corner pressure. Well, her corner, I mean. Not really pressure. It's more just like... She gets pressure by sending up projectiles in her corner. But DDD just trying to run Walla down, looking for these little dash melees, getting bashed around by the crystals, but slowly finding opening. It's going to get tagged there by a super, going to do a lot of damage. Gold shield exchange as well, so not great for DDD, but getting enough pressure to force Walla's gold shield. Now finds an opening to get in, trying to run them down. Very fast-paced game here with two players. Oh, running into a bomb there as well. He's running into bombs, taking a lot of these hits. DDD looking to take up to match point. Going for just running down Walla. Walla cannot escape. Gets a gold sheet out with a sliver of life, but gonna get tagged by that laser there. Caught not dashing. And DDD just establishing all this pressure here. Forcing, going to game 4. Yeah, I think this is bugged. Yeah, it's bugged. Okay. Wallace plays sub-base boys down. I'm going to do X. If you can't deal it, you die. I mean, that's just Kyoko. If he puts up her walls, get around it, or you lose. That's how it works. Anti-zoning character, but prevents rush down if she gets her walls up. However, DDD is just finding the opportunities to walk in and tag Walla with all this heat, meaning they can never like lower them, increase their defense. Well, have the defense go any higher, I guess. But yeah, every hit is gonna count a lot basically between both these players. Between DDD dashing around, Walla having to dash around to avoid the heat, and when getting tagged, goes on high heat anyway. Gold shield not gonna do anything against that super. Gonna get stunned for too long. Walla has a chance to force game 5. But getting tagged by these lasers, getting tagged by these flames. Starbrick just does not care about these crystals. She does not care. She just goes through it, she bypasses it, gets the hyper, does not kill though. But Walla on their last sliver of life, oh, barely gets out of it, but DDD gonna find one more opening, just absolutely relentless, and is going to take it in game 4, 3-1. While it looks to have established a bit of good starting position, however, DDD is going to take it. All right, we will be on to winners round 3. We're winning winner semis actually. Winners round 3 is winner semis. Okay. It is a little smaller than the last 2 big stream tournaments of the turn surprises, but not by a lot. 14 is a good turnout. Not too bad, but we're still doing good. Fush versus Fush versus Gabarino, Mooking Fan, DDD. Is it still bugged? I'm going to restart game real quick. I don't know if it's I'm bugged or if it's the lobby that's bugged. Probably the lobby, to be honest. Glitch is sure hard to beat. Glitch is very strong. Yes. We're going to wait just a moment. Yeah, the lobby's bugged. Lobby bugged. Rip. Love these bugs. Wallet and Wookie fan. The match just won't go away. It just won't go away. Yes. You will in fact be playing push. Okay, that worked. Well, let's go to lobby 2 anyway, so be fine. I go to stations. All right. The rest of these are gonna be going. We're gonna have Sonya versus Glitch, aka Girly Owie. Best of 5. Hello, Keki Desu. We are running a security tournament today. Feel free to stick around if you like. I will be having my real stream later, but that's the morning for you, so maybe I'll see you then. But feel free to stick around. Is everyone in the right spot? Mindless is playing Luna. Wait. Lobby 2. Nah, fuck. Ah, oh, god damn it. Nah, them. Here, Glitch versus Sonya can start. Alright. Here's what it is. No. We're going Glitch versus Sonya. All right. Yeah, welcome. You say finally, like I've streamed since we last spoken. Like that has not happened. This is the first stream since we talked. Anyway, so this is like a not really a typical stream. This is more just like something I run on the side. But yeah, I do stream these tournaments every now and then, very rarely. Anyway, we got Glitch's classic Samika, and we got Sonya on Alte. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe it is. Anyway, Glitch at high heat. Sonya kind of just dashing around. Gets a bit of a nice combo there. Glitch does not have Gold Shield to present any of this damage. Going to take a huge amount of damage. Unfortunately, the combo is going to drop, but that is a huge conversion from Sonya. Watch from outside. I see. Anyway, Glitch taking huge amounts of damage. Unable to really break Sonya's defense since the start of the game. Both players sitting at a lot of meter as well. Looking for Gold Shield, but not gonna get countered there. Sonya looking pretty dominant so far. Gold Shield gonna be expended there. Not able to find a good conversion, but gonna tag Glitch with some projectiles. Gets a nice raw super, but not gonna get a lot of damage. Glitch is gonna have to chip away quite a lot. Past the shield there, block projectile that could have converted to a combo, but the anchor is going to tag them as the shield ends. So Sonya with very impressive game 1, taking game 1 over Glitch. These are still best of 5. This is only winner semis, so we got pretty tight matches here. Ah, fuck. Me going there. All right, whatever. All right, we'll just swap it. Yeah, whatever. We'll send in the lobby too. Kind of blocked a bit. Well, we gotta wait a bit. Damn. Yeah, it's hard to like spectate once they start. Unfortunately, the game doesn't really like that. All right, let me swap the stations. So Glitch has swapped to Nanako actually. Seems to have been struggling with the Samika matchup. Unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to watch it, so we are gonna be stuck outside. But yeah, I guess. We're gonna be sitting here for a little bit. I apologize for the bulk. I mean, Sumika was kind of struggling to make progress against the Alte. So, unfortunately, what do you call it? Yeah, so they did decide that they need to switch to possibly someone that could be more passive and just zone. But it looks like it is going quite the distance here. Which is like the best knock in the community. He's also probably the only in the knock in the community. And it's not even a main. The community is so small that not every character even has representation. Okay, Sonya is going to have defeated the Nanako as well. So Sonya goes up to 2-0 against Glitch. Could we see a surprising sweep here from Sonya? Oh, no. Okay, we're good. All right, so sticking on the Nanako, Alte is going to be this play for Sonya. We're going to see what this matchup really looks like. I mean, I'm assuming that Glitch just kind of wants to play on the other side of the screen and try and out-projectile Alte, but for the reason it did not work in Game 2. So Sonya is up onto match point. Going to have to look for a reverse sweep if they want a chance to stay alive in winners. All right, playing a bit offensively here, but not finding anything onto Sonya. Gets a little bit of chip. Gonna go for the laser super. It's gonna land. Sonya not gonna block it. Gets a hit by twice, so Glitch trying to keep up this pressure onto Sonya, but Sonya has all this defense ready. Unless this is a desync. Alright, Sonya finally get a gold shield and start playing the projectiles again. I just ate a lot of damage. But no, it looks like this is what's going on, so maybe Sonya's looking to play the comeback game a bit. Just wanted to hold that meter, but Glitch's pressure was too much. Has to kind of start thinking about it now. However, Glitch is at high heat, so if the hits land, which they are, getting back to the game, Sonya has a huge meter advantage and heat advantage, so Glitch going to have to be careful. As Sonya starts looking pressure down, the life is now at even. No, that was desync, I think. Gotta be, yeah, it's desync. Yeah, I thought that looked weird. God damn it, I didn't get to see any of it. I think that was 3-0. No. I'm not, not for the fans. Damn, we didn't really get to see much of that, but Sonya is going to take 3-0 over glitch. So, Sonya, on to winners finals. A lot of 3-0s today. Majority of these games have been 3-0. We've only seen 2 series go to game 4 at least. So, but a lot of losers matches are going to start. We're going to have winners finals. Wait a bit. Wait, is that old player I don't recognize and they play out there? Yeah, Sonya was an old player. Was banned for quite a long time before indefinite ban was lifted sometime this year. So Sonya has returned, and yeah, I mean, I haven't even really met them until what some of the more recent tournaments that they've been joining, and they've been doing well, picking up where they left off. But yeah, high level Alte player is now here. So we gotta wait a bit on to the losers matches. We'll be getting one back in here soon. We're probably gonna stream Sir Anthony's match, winner of Waller or Luchas. And that's what's going on right now. But yeah, haven't really been like any upsets at all. The only upset in terms of seeding at all this tournament is what we just saw, aside from a 13-over-12 match, which is pretty much unseeded. So yeah, this is the first one I'd really consider upset. It's not even really a major upset, but I guess sweep is kind of surprising. I don't know how they typically play against each other between Glitch and Sonya, but congrats to Sonya for making winners finals. Guaranteed to win a Fruitback Factory prize, actually. That is guaranteed at least third. So congrats to Sonya for winning something. Alright. Hopefully we'll get the next one shortly. Alright. Sir Anthony versus Walla. Was this losers round 4 or round 3? This is losers round 3. So Walla is going to be the one to get the double dip. Sir Anthony has not been on stream yet today. Alrighty. Thor versus Kyoko, yes. It's a matchup I played very much times. It's a little funny. Walla, I think, has gotten a lot better as a player, but for a reason, I've actually been doing very well against that Kyoko. Even though I've overall been doing worse than Walla. I've seemed to have been beating them more often than not, which is a little funny. Sometimes that happens. That's just how fighting games work sometimes. But Walla is surely to be favored here against Anthony, I would assume, but you never know. Anthony has been getting back to the game recently, so maybe he is improving at a more rapid pace than we think. We shall see. Sir Anthony, where are you? 1v1. You have time. All right, Anthony has joined. You may start when ready. Must have been the swing. I've been playing? Bing bong. I mean, I've always actively like played in the tournaments. I don't play like all of them. Sometimes I just don't feel like it, or I want to be working on something. And then for every 5 and 10 now, ever since 50, I've been starting to stream them at a more regular basis for these. Like, it's more consistent. So obviously I can't play and stream at the same time. Otherwise, we don't have commentary, and I'd only be able to watch my matches. So that's the deal. Rearranging this guy a little bit. Or girl, I should say. Oh, Sora, yeah. I don't practice this game enough, so when I do play, half the time I'm washed, half the time I'm doing alright. Alright, gotta set up the other one. Alright, so, for Anthony, gonna get the early game Sora special, but while able to back off with that damage taken, try and start setting it up from here. For Anthony, getting tagged by these lasers quite a bit, kind of sitting around with these missiles, has to be a bit more careful about that. Has to keep up the dashes a bit, and try and keep this offense for it while it can just chip away in the corner with all these crystals up, because we're gonna have a hard time getting in there without the committing shields. Gets a nice little combo there, forces a gold shielding back. Sir Anthony can chip away a lot of this meter though, so has been open to try and get back to this game. However, a bit sluggish with these meter cancels and these missile cancels, like dash out of the way in time. So Walla slowly taking a bit of a lead here. However, Anthony going to find a way in. Walla just had to exchange, dump all that meter onto the damage there. But we'll see if Anthony has a response. Kind of seeing a high meter here. Look at the cooldown before looking for another entry point. But Walla has kind of locked this match down so far ever since losing the first neutral stance. And that's something that can happen when you're playing Sora. If Kyoko sits in the corner, if you aren't finding a way in, you're eventually gonna get chipped out. Your poke is not quite as potent. That's a nice little opening there. Well, finds one, but unable to capitalize. Gonna just get shielded out of the way. So Anthony kind of just sitting here with nothing. Gonna get red on that missile toss launch. And Walla kind of just controlling the pace of the game here. Just kind of sitting back, waiting for Sir Anthony to try and make a move and just punch him in the mouth with those lasers. Going to securely take game 1 here. We are waiting for Anthony to load. Yeah, I didn't seem like a desync, so seems like it's okay. And Anthony is gonna go Nath. That's where game plan did not work out. The Ant Nath. Anathony. Yeah. Nathany. But yes, Sir Nathany. Going the Nath, the evolving meter character. But Walla actually switching to Sora. Wait, did Walla announce Sora? I don't know if Walla announced Sora. I'm gonna have to check that. Let me see. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to know this one. I'll have to talk about it. I'll talk about it. Alright, hold on. But yeah, Walla kind of dominating this one, but it might not count. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to evoke a rule here. I'm gonna have to evoke a rare rule. Okay. Okay, hold on. Back. Anthony, would you like a replay? Or do you not care? Okay. Well, you have to play Sora now. Anthony encounter. Alright, so that game's not gonna count. Yeah, you can't do that. So the blind rule is in effect, so winner has to play. So Anthony gonna opt into the Sora. That's alright if everyone's okay with it, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna see the Sora mirror. So Anthony gets a free play here. We're going back to game 2. Wall bringing out the old Sora now against Anthony's Sora. We'll see who's better. Wall did have a good Sora back in the day. Before switching to Kyoko, so... Ooh, gonna get into the sneaky missile play as well, so Anthony gonna lose the bar of life immediately. But, ooh, gonna miss the follow-up. Her inputs must have got stuck a bit. That's very unfortunate. Anthony could have evened out the game right there. But we're seeing missile plays. Sora meter can be very aggressive. Sometimes they poke each other out, waiting for the opening. Gets a nice little shield there. While staying ahead, Gold Shield needs to block Anthony's damage. Looks for the follow-up, but however... Not gonna get much more. Oh, Anthony discarding those missiles, unfortunately. Yeah, it was the counter in Pyoko. However, Walla just switched anyway. You're not supposed to do that. So, yeah. So now Walla is stuck in the store. However, it is working out for them. Anthony getting a bit of lick there, looking to find their way back in the game. Just a few more exchanges, and Sir Anthony could find their way back. Gets a nice little poke there. Unfortunately, not close enough to block counter the gold shield, so a bit of a waste opportunity there. Anthony going back to neutral. Ooh, gonna find it there. Walla has to gold shield out, goes for a meter, but finds the opening anyway. Anthony looking to get back into the game, has the lead now against Walla. Walla has the meter lead, however. Anthony has to be careful, does not have shield to block this. Gets it back now, shields exchange, but Walla's gonna back off. Keeps the meter advantage, however. Anthony's gotta watch out for these missiles. Don't get poked by it now. Don't get poked by it. You will lose. We're seeing each player dart around this neutral game, seeing who is going to find the opening first and take game 2. Oh my god, they're both going to be here at the same time. They're both going to shield at the same time. Who's going to take it? They're going to block each other's attacks. You're invisible super, but all those missiles are going to land to Walla, chipping away here. One more melee will do it. Ignore that Discord ping. Oh, they're both going at the same time. Missiles coming out there. Anthony has a sliver of life, and I think Walla has taken it. Walla has taken it in the mirror. And it's going to go up 2-0 anyway. You can swap, but you must announce. Hold on, okay. Let me go in let me go back to whatever. Yeah, so Walla's gonna go back to Kyoko. Anthony can pick. Yeah, Anthony's gonna go Nath now. So wanting the Kyoko versus Nath matchup. I mean, Walla won anyway, so not gonna get punished. Let's try to turn what's it called on. Whatever. Just never seen him play Nath before. Wait, now you're gonna see a serious Nath match. Alright, Walla gonna find an opening to get some damage in before Nath can build up meter. Getting a lot of damage actually with these missiles. Alright, level 2 Nath is online, so we're gonna start playing the game now. If you're Anthony. Gets in the big ol' hit. The ring is coming out, gonna land onto Sir Anthony, but not doing a lot of damage so far. However, these clips are hitting Anthony now. Doing vision chip damage, level 3 active, so fully powered up Nath has about half life now. But Walla has mostly been untouched. They need to start changing that. Putting up all these barriers to reflect, but both these characters kind of have that. They both reflect barriers While his combo is dropping, however, Anthony can take a huge chunk of damage there because he's at such high heat. Oh, more of these hits, just decimating Anthony. Missing these lasers, unfortunately, while highly controlling this game. Anthony just struggling to get going, even with level 3 Nath. However, getting those lasers in while out of shields. So a bit of damage exchange, but Anthony's got a lot of work to do if they want to force game 4. Alright, looking for these lasers. Gonna leave some open just a bit to bait Walla, but Walla gonna miss the super. More of these lasers coming out. Anthony slowly chipping away. Walla not able to deal with these lasers when they get hit by it, but gonna walk straight into a super. Walla loving these melee supers here. Anthony not gonna block it in time, and it's going to be 3-0 for Walla. Alright. So Walla is going to move on to play Glitch in Losers Round 4. We are going to have DDD versus Mindmore. Yes. I got it. Alright. Or do we go straight to Winners Finals now? I think we go straight to Winners Finals now. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Alright. Let me set up the stations. And 3. Alright, we're going to be sticking to lobby 1 now. Lobby 2 can close. You can play in their friendlies if you are still here, I guess. Alright. Good luck, all. Give me a sec for stream. Give me a sec for stream. Please? Please? Fush versus Sonya. This is Winners Finals. Okay. Matches. Let's start. Reminder, Winners Finals is best of 7. Good luck. You may start. Ad break. The fuck? I turned that off. Hey yo, I turned that off. Oh fuck. Well, if ads impede you, go to YouTube. If ads impede you, go to YouTube. Hurry. Alright, we got Sonya versus Push. Push pulling all punches, going to also on YouTube. Push pulling all punches going on Mira versus Sonya's Alte. Neither player have touched each other that much. Super for Gold Shield. Very even game so far, but Sonya taking bot's chip there from Push's projectiles. The Beyblades are coming out. Little Beyblade shields. Sonya staying far away from that, pretty much nullifying them. Looking for the machine gun, does not land. Push get a dart around them. Both these players in a bit of a dance right now for game 1 here. Let me see how this looks on Alright, so you see Super it's come out. Sonya slowly getting chipped down. This is a very slow-paced game. All these players just kind of dash around all these projectiles, however. Ooh, a bit of damage taken by Push, so Sonya chipping away a bit, but still got a bit to go. A lot of half shields being thrown out. Push just not letting Sonya find anything. However, some of these projectiles are starting to go into Sonya's favor. We're seeing this, the Beyblades versus the... I forget what we call this bot. The Seeker bots. Sonya slowly getting back to the game. Push starting to get up there in heat, so the damage being taken is adding up for Sonya. Gonna get stuck in a cloud, goes for the super just to get out of there. The tornado going to land. Sonya looking for a combo, however, does not Sonya. Push looking for a combo, not getting anything. Ooh, getting a bit of combo there. Push has to go shit out of that. Try and keep this life lead. 1 minute remaining. This could be a very grueling set here if this keeps up. Super blocked by the gold shield. The Seeker bot is just limiting what Push can do with these clouds here. And suddenly, Sonya is the one who has the lead, going for a huge combo. The super is not going to land. Going to get shielded out of that. But Push has no more defense here and is suddenly on their last bar of life. Sonya is taking a bit of a lead here with 30 seconds to go. Do they want to just play passive, or are they going to try and find a way to close this out? Tornado going to land. Sonya not gonna. That's Push not able to land anything off it. However, only has 15 seconds to work with, and Sonya's full bar of life left on this last bar. 10 seconds left. Mira could struggle to get much offensive pressure there. Push really looking to try and find anything go for in their favor, but kind of just stuck in the back here. And it looks like Sonya is going to take it. Sonya's going to take game 1 over Push. So going to outlast Push in kind of what ended up being more of a timeout game. Even with Push getting very low at the end there. So we're going on to game 2. I'm going to lose my voice talking about this one if this is how it's going to end up being. Alright. No one's really landing anything here. The Beyblade's going to come out. And here comes the Looker bot. Someone's got to tell me the actual terminology of that, because I feel like a fool. Alright. Tornado's going to land. Push looking for a bit of melee combo there. Not going to do too much out of it, but a bit of hit. Super is blocked by the gold shield into melee super. So much similar to first game. Sonya gonna miss that super there, but gonna lock them down into it on the corner, going all the way around the screen to find their mark onto Push. The first one was just a facade. Sonya able to get a nice conversion there and take a late lead in the game 2. Sonya stuck in the lockdown, and Push stuck in the lockdown, getting combo with these supers into combos. Huge amount of damage taken. Sonya finding huge conversions this time. One very explosive game. Gonna back out of the Tornado super as well. Sonya playing super cleanly here. Push is struggling to find much of going. Gold shield exchange, but Sonya gonna get right back into there, looking for these anchors. Gonna keep missing. Push just dancing around with Sonya, trying to do. Beyblades are coming out, looking at a bit of damage, trying to come back in this game, but having to expend a lot of meter to do so. Trying to struggle to keep up on this, while also cooling down. But a lot of these projectiles just find their mark on the Push. Alright, kind of just keeping the center stage here now. Trying to force Push into something. Gold shit exchange, but getting met with a... Gold shit exchange for super, met with an anchor. Push finding a nice little melee combo here. Keeps getting these loops, loops it again. Back and forth again. Push has a chance here. Getting back into the game. Gonna miss the melee super though, so that's huge. Sonya has a chance to close this one out. Needs to just play a little more cleanly, and they can do it. Looking for the machine guns here. Anchor canceling the super. Beyblades are coming out for the defense and the pressure. Gonna be using all of them right away. I think they got destroyed a bit by all these projectiles. Push just running around here. Looks for a tornado. Gonna miss. Anchor can find the mark. Gold shield exchange to stay alive. But the super is going to find it. Push unable to get away in time. And Sonya is going up 2-0 onto Push, remaining unbeaten in this tournament. All the way into winners finals. Not grands just yet. I got bench next round even if it hurts. I mean, that's how it goes. Alright. Burn Butters are staying out. Push not opting to try and find a counter. Going for the Mira. Alright, Tornado gonna land there. Gonna see a bit of looping here. Well, I guess not actually, but gets the melee combo. backs off, plays the neutral. So we're seeing Bush winning a lot of these openings, but over the course of the match, it's really just been mostly Sonya here. So we'll see if Bush can keep it up. Gold Shield exchange, not going to fall for an Anchor there. Kind of lock Sonya into the corner, however, Super's not going to land. Anchor going to find an opening to get in. Getting huge combos here. Looking for more setup. The Gold Shield going to get Push out of there. And the life is still fairly even until then. Push taking some more projectiles there. Looking to go on to the second bar of life soon. Projectiles just all over the place. Push unable to dodge all of them. Gold Shield going to be exchanged to prevent a further follow-up. But much like the last two games, Sonya has just been taking over the neutral here. With the Alte. Gets a little bit of opening there. Forces all these Gold Shields. Push is running out of meter. Sonya is sitting on 2 full bars. Oh my god, all these projectiles. Just forcing Gold Shields out of Push. Unrelenting pressure from Sonya. Has them in the corner. Push unable to escape now. Has to use the regular shield, but cannot burst out of these combos. And it is now 3-0 in Sonya's favor. Hugely convincing games from Sonya. Does Push have an answer here? You're not done yet, Push. You gotta do one more. At least. Still got a chance. Still got a chance. We could see the 4-0 reverse. But Sonya has just been running through so far. Yeah, we'll be streaming the rest of the tournament and the matches here. Alright. So we see Sonya taking over early right now. They could have missed a hyper there. So they are still even in meter, so we're talking about too much, but it is unfortunate to miss always. Alright, melee loop's coming out. Sonya's stuck in the cloud. Beyblade's are going to come out. Both these players activating their little friends here. I need a notepad. You got a lot to learn, Mindless. But we're seeing a very aggressive Alte player here, knowing exactly when to go in. And Push is just getting run down. The openings on these combos, getting the full loops, huge combo, a very explosive game plan. Looking for these bread and butter Alte plays, looking for another machine gun firing, but it's not going to land. And Push is just getting decimated here in game 4 as well. Sonya coming back with a force. For Metallurge 70. And Push does not have an answer here. Gold Shield coming out, but Sonya has all this meter to play with, and yeah, Push is kind of just done at this point. I think they know it too. So Sonya with a sweep of Push to get into grand finals. Unbelievable performance. And Sonya remains unbeaten. Oh, it's desync? Yeah, that does seem a bit like desync. Fair enough. You guys can play again, I guess. How far in? Yeah, we'll play it again. Alright, we're gonna play it again. We'll reopen it. I don't know how, we don't know how bad that desync was. It did look a little uncharacteristic from Push, so. Disregard! We are still on game 4. That was a little too good to be true, I think, huh? A little too good to be true. So, we are gonna go back. Alright, real game 4. Here we go. Alright. Even still, we're seeing a great start from Sonya. The Seeker bot is going to make their mark, but Push getting a bit of damage back here. Alright, Beyblades are out. Gonna miss an anchor there. And the Beyblades are gonna actually start doing considerable damage to Sonya in game 4 here. I was gonna say, that was a bit going out sad for Push's taste. But this is a bit more up to speed. Fighting back here, has the lead, has been a meter lead as well. Alright, enough chip, but Sonya not going to Gold Shield there. Going to look for supers instead. Beyblades are back out, but a lot of them are going to get destroyed, so not much going to land. However, Push is controlling the pace of the game so far. Hyper is going to miss. Hyper on the other side of the screen, but not going to get much out of that. Sanya's just going to take it. No need to shield. Looks for the anchor play. Gold Shield going to come out from Push's standard. Alright, looking for these openings, but Push going to keep dancing around here to dodge it all. Alright, machine guns looking to fire. Gonna throw out a super there. They are gonna clip Push a bit, but not enough to convert off of. Boy's coming hit by a horse. Gonna gold shield out of that melee super. Looking for these anchor plays, but trying to get gold shield out of there. Looking to run down Push, but Push is darting around, not going down easy. Gold shield exchange, more shields exchange. Push finding an opening. Beyblades are coming out to keep up this pressure against Sanya. 60 seconds remaining. Gonna go through the bouncing blades, gets a gold shield out of Push, has a bit of a meter advantage, so needs a bit more though to start working their way back in the game. Alright, Beyblade charge in, gold shield, but not gonna land this. Sanya, about half a bar of life left. Push finds a bit of an opening. Is Sanya gonna look for shield? These loops coming out. Gold shield exchange. Sanya's a sliver of life left. Go for a huge conversion. Gold shield is available though, so no full combo that time. Sanya staying alive though. Against Push here. The melee super gonna land. Gold shield is available. Gonna just force Push back off, but gonna land there. Gold shield just barely not coming up in time, and Sanya is gonna go down. So Push is going to find a game here and keep their winner's side alive. All right, game 5. Here we go. Push going for the corner on their side to stay away. Ooh, gonna get a nice melee super to block the anchor. Gonna look to get that meter right back as well. But machine gun gonna land. Super for gold shield. Sanya always gonna take that, I think. Keep up that small meter advantage. It will add up over time. Gold shield exchange, Push blocked to the corner there, so Sanya has to open to make something happen, but getting blocked away by these projectiles. Looking to make something happen and get back into this game 5 here. Beyblades exchange. Gold shield has to be used against that anchor to prevent a full combo, but now has opportunity. Gold shield again. Sanya has to look for it one more time. It's gonna get it. Here we go. Big combo coming out into these loops. Push is gonna find a way out of there, but huge amounts of damage, huge amounts of heat. Sanya with these explosive plays, just relentless pressure until Push runs out of meter, and finally Push is gonna go down. A dominant game 5, and Sanya is going to be moving on to winners finals 4-1 against Push. All right, more break. Give me a minute. Give me a moment. We will be moving on to loser semis. Loser semis supposed to be best of 5. It's best of 5. These are the last best of 5 series of the tournament. Just gonna set it up. All right. I'll be right back, as will the stream. We will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, here we go. Loser semis between DDD and Glitch. Alright, we got Samika versus Starbreaker, and Samika's gonna land the full feather combo right away. Was there some kind of desync? Ah. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's why it full landed. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, let me grab some more water. I'll be right back, too. I'm not gonna put the BRB screen, I'll just be a sec. Alright, now we're back. Maybe they have, I don't know. Maybe Gabe has done control maintenance. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and this time it is going to be properly dodged. Bombs are going to come out as well. Replace Joy-Con sticks? I mean, maybe. It's trouble. Alright. Gabe's gonna find a bit of an opening, however, it's gonna get immediately countered by that super. That does mean that Glitch does not have meter to work with, so opportunity to try and find something, but just playing with these lasers, looking to wait for the opportunity to get in. But the defensive meter is now there for a glitch to use. Gonna look to try and dart in, kind of just playing this long game in the back. More defensive star breaker just to dodge all these projectiles. This is super timeout matchup. I can see it. Won't be surprised both players commit to small health leads, possibly. Samika's a very hard character for Rushdown to deal with because if you mess up, you're gonna be taking so much damage, and you're constantly forced to run around all these projectiles. So it might be better to play the post game. However, it is currently not working out for DDD. Gonna get hit in the barrel. Has to go shit out of there. Gotta love sign about the match experience. Glitch has probably not. Gabe is one of those rare players where I consider them like in between like the high mid level and then like the real top, like the true top players of the game. I'd probably put Gabe around there, and they're gonna get chipped out there. All that heat adding up for glitch. For glitch against DDD, and it's gonna take game 1 here. Normally, I mean, the thing is though, Gab kind of took a long break, so still kind of working back into that scenario. So generally, they've kind of just been in that in between spot, but they're like in that range where they can contend versus like below Gab, where it's like it tends to be more mid-level-esque, you know. And that goes for a lot of players, to be honest. There's not a lot of like matchup experience to get at your level because there's only so many players in the game. Anyway, that's gonna do a huge amount of damage with that laser from the heat. Alright, Glitch gonna block that. Gabe working their way back in. These lasers are gonna do some work against Glitch. Glitch does not have mirror to block it. Gabe has a bit of a mirror lead. Could look to do something with it, but might just be staying back here, waiting for the opportunity to make it work. Has full bars, so kind of just waiting around. Doesn't need to like super throw out stuff because there's no meter to gain. Alright, there's the half shield used. Looking for it again. Trying to run down Glitch, but Glitch just darting out of the way. How many Sora K actors are active? Not much K, lots of Sora. I think with K, it's just Mav. Sora, we have at least 4 or 5. Alright. Still relatively even. DDD is hanging in there. Gonna dodge that super, that's pretty big. Could look for a good opportunity here to make something happen. Gold Shield is going to be used. Gets the rundown, but just not getting close enough. Getting outran by Glitch, but going to find something there. So finding just enough to stay in the game. Get a bit of close the life gap. K was who I beat Gabe with earlier. I see. Alright, both players sitting at their second bar of life. A bit more of a timeout game now. 1 minute remaining. But we see Gabe is stuck at this high heat here, so when they do take damage, it's going to do a lot. So has to be wary of that. Gold Shield used just to block all that, otherwise it's taking so much. But yeah, both these players just dashing around in circles. Gonna dodge that super there with the Gold Shield, however, gonna get chipped away with these feathers. And that's kind of the danger of Samika. She forces you to keep running in circles. And it forces your heat to go up. Oh, dedicated Sora is having around that much. It's because Triple retired. Oh, gonna miss a super there. Unfortunate. However, there's no Gold Shield to get out of the barrel. Here we go. Huge amount of damage from Glitch, and it's just not enough to get back in. And Gabe is gonna go down. Yeah. So our Triple used to be our dedicated Sora player, but after playing for a long time, they have since retired. So most of the rest of the Soras now still sit at mid-level. Alright, this is best of 5. This is Sonya's last life. Hey, not Sonya. Gabe's last life here. Oh yeah, Sora fan. Sora fan's the big Sora right now. They couldn't make it today. They are active though. Well, there's Sora fan, there's Anthony, there's myself, and everyone else just kind of has pocket Soras. Tournaments are bi-weekly, but every 5 is a stream, every 10 is a prize, is how we're running them. And every 10 is also double elimination. They are normally round robin or Swiss unless they get enough players. Anyway, bit of a slow-paced game. However, this time it is Gabe who has the life lead. So next tournament after this is probably going to be at the end of August. Should be a standard round robin or Swiss tournament, but never know how many people are going to join. No, I think Sora fans just said that they couldn't make it today and they would join, but they just couldn't make it. Because initially Walla couldn't make it, we changed the date, and then I think after it got announced, Sora fans said they weren't able to make it. Yeah. Unfortunate, but whatever, happens. They are usually here for these big ones. Anyway, yeah, it does not want to commentate on. They're kind of just playing neutral. They're kind of just playing the neutral game, even slower than before. I think Gabe is well aware that they need to be extra careful here and really lean into this timeout game if they want a chance to reverse sweep. Good dodge on this, getting a lot of meter out of Glitch. Could look trying to get a bit of a life lead here, but kind of staying back despite having the meter lead. Maybe just trying to keep it for defense is the game plan that I've been seeing here. Has been burned on trying to go with half shields before, so might just stay in the back here and hold the life lead. Just using, yeah, all this meter that Glitch is trying to dump into offense, just getting nullified. So Gabe might be content on just playing this I'm going to run around circles game and you're not going to be able to catch me. Wonderful look for a sell around 10 seconds? Maybe. I mean, Glitch has more meter now, so gonna just use on the lasers, I think. Try and force meter out of Gabe if it doesn't land. Because if it does land, it's a lot of damage. If it doesn't land, that's getting a gold shield, you know? Unless you just straight up miss, and that's really bad. Yeah, another gold shield use, but I think Gabe will take that. However, the life lead is getting very, very thin. You have to start really be careful here if you're Gabe. Glitch could just be like, I'm gonna just get these projectiles in. As much as it hits you, that could be enough. I actually don't know who's winning right now. I think it might be slightly... Oh, there we go. Both big damage, but it is in Glitch's favor. Uh-oh. Gabe has nothing else to do, and that's gonna do it. Gonna just slip away at the last moment. Oh, man. They're going for their timeout, and it is just going to slip away at the last second. And that is going to be Glitch's series. Yep. That does it. Glitch is going to take in a very close sweep. Well, I wouldn't say... I don't know about close, but that last game was very close. So we're going to see Glitch versus Fush. Wait, no! No, it's best of 5, that's it. No. Well, I mean, I guess they can get some licks in, whatever. I guess so. Take a bit of a breather. So we have our top 3. Congratulations to all of our prize winners. Bush, Sonya, and Glitch are still alive. They have secured top 3 spots. They will be getting at least some OJ DLC or something. Yeah, awesome. Sit around a bit. I'll try and rest my voice, I guess, a bit. Maybe I'll even run some ads. I think I'm gonna run some ads just so you guys don't get stuck on free rolls. They'll do that on Twitch. Just like run the smaller ones. Oop. Yeah. Absolutely right, Sonya. I want to start bringing lemon tea for these longer tourneys. Well, really, I should have grabbed the smart water. Is what I really should have done. Who won that, by the way? Hold on, lie. All right. Yeah, glitch won anyway. 4-0. All right. Let me start. Losers finals. This one is best 7, aka first to 4. Water break. Yep, we got our last few sets here. This will decide the loser will get third, winner will get at least second, and we'll have to play against Sonya in grands. If they win against Sonya in grands, they will have to beat them a second time to win the tournament. If Sonya wins one set, Sonya will win the tournament, and then it will be over. Is Fush in chat? Well, Fush is going to be playing, so I would assume not. All right, we're seeing Kay come out in the blind against Samika. Fush usually does at least work in the streams during a tournament when they're not playing, so I would say they're here. Yes. Okay, against Samika, I have no knowledge of this matchup, but these bouncy blades are going to help. Ooh, a quick dash in. Glitch not going to let that happen. Yes. So Restream relays messages between Twitch and YouTube, so. Anyway. Blades are going to come out, get a bit of damage onto Fush. Fush looking for another opening, gonna force a gold meter, gets go in again, and now the rundown starting. However, Glitch going to back off. Not going to get the conversion into the barrel, but Fush starting to run them down a bit, going to dash in and out with these projectiles. The sword's lesbian, I guess so. I don't know about swords, but yes, Inter's lesbian. Anyway, we got Glitch in a slight lead here. Fush not finding just enough. Gonna look for the conversion into super from that beach volleyball there. Alright, barrel landed, gold shield out. Fush has no meter to play with right now. If K can avoid the neutrals, yeah. I mean, Samika's gonna win the neutral weight stage, so Glitch can keep them out. They're gonna have a good time here. Has meter advantage as well. So when K does go in and finds his conversions, he's just gonna get gold shielded. But the way you want to play Rushdown in this game is like you force the gold shield out of them, and then you just go back in again. You gotta keep winning neutral, and that's how you win. Alright, there we go. Goes for reset, does not get it, gets a shielded. But Glitch out of shields right now, gets one back, but no gold shield, so combos are gonna be true. Blocks, dismantles the gold shield, and now Fush has openings to make stuff happen. Takes the life lead here. Gonna dart around that barrel, not gonna walk right into there. Feathers are going to be coming out less than a minute to go. Both players on less than half-life. Are they going to start thinking timeout? Or are they going to keep playing, try and get this off? Ooh, finds nice opening there. Which has a lot of meter to play with, so going to use a bit there to get some damage back. Gonna go for a Desperation Laser. Unfortunate. That is going to whiff. So now Bush is in a decent spot to try and just keep Glitch out. Barrel gonna land, gonna force a gold shield out. 20 seconds remaining. Barrel goes for it again, misses. Glitch has the meter lead. So could kind of just stand back there, but gotta get a nice little super as well. Desperation Laser again. Glitch just missing these lasers, and that's gonna cost them. Glitch should have this, and it's just gonna take it outright. For the K is going to take out Glitch Samika in game 1. Does Glitch have an answer? Okay. Nope, staying. I don't know. Glitch is going to stay with the Samika. Well, Glitch versus Sonya actually did happen as well. Sonya went through both Glitch and Push to secure a spot in Grands as the 3 seed against our top 2 seeds here. Right now, it is Push's game. Alright. Both players exchanging blows. Pretty even life lead right now. Alright, so right now we see Bush with a slight life lead. Both players just kind of playing neutral here, building up their meter. Waiting for openings. Alright, laser exposed. Just kind of just throwing out these lasers, and they're not doing much. Kind of just wasting meter there, unfortunately. And now Push has a bit of an advantage. Are they going to push it? Are they going to find an opening? Or are they going to just keep playing defense? Alright, gonna find a bit of an area there. Gold shield blocks the laser. Both players about even meter. Push with a slight life lead. Half the time remaining. Ooh, gonna gold shield out of there. Wanted to get a melee combo, but it is going to drop. These bouncy daggers are battering around Glitch. Doing a bit of chip damage. Gonna go for a super there. Does not clip Push and lock them in. But has closed the gap in the life lead a little bit. Ooh, taking quite a bit of projectiles there. Push slowly pushing away. Alright, goes in for the super. Gets another gold shield. Goes for a full screen. Half shield is not needed, but used as defense. Gold shield to block that laser. Both players out of meter. 30 seconds to go. We're seeing quite long timeout games here. The timeout kind of like games. But Glitch kind of getting battered away by these projectiles. Losing grip on the life. Alright, gold shield exchange, but Glitch out of meter. Has 10 seconds to try and do something here. But Push has a gold shield available if needed. Goes for a dagger, it's just desperation plays. Goes for a super, not gonna matter. And just does not have enough time to batter Push down to close enough health. So Push is gonna take it 2-0. At the end, yeah, I mean, Push knew that Glitch could not do enough damage in time. But yeah, very suffocating neutral games from both these players. But Push just a bit more suffocating. And showing right now. Has not gotten hit in 25 seconds. Gets into the barrel. Does get the Glitch to get out of there though. But Glitch has an extra meter to play with if they can land something. And there it is. Gonna get a super out, but no follow-up. Just completely raw. So not a lot of damage used or taken. Alright, the laser finally gonna land, so that's gonna do a lot of damage. Glitch has close in life. Gold shield used by Glitch got caught up in the feathers there. I'm gonna need to do coffee after this. Alright, we got Glitch with a slight life lead this time. Both players just constantly putting stuff on the screen, trying to give their opponent no room to breathe. Laser just thrown out, but not in a way that matters. I guess trying to read Push to use projectile and stay stationary for a sec. It is a lot of damage if it lands, but Push just darting around too much. You know, I just realized I don't think I checked the title. Okay, it's good. Alright. 50 seconds about remain. Gold shield used. Both players about the same meter. Push with a slight life lead. Have you thought about turning on more HP guys? I did not know you could. I think that's fine with just doing this. We can approximate. Yeah, but that's lame. We just like bars. Anyway. Oh, that's what that does in game 1? I didn't know that. I know in best of whatever, it's what do you call it? It shows who has the match lead. But yeah, Push just clean timeout against Glitch. Glitch just not fighting enough pressure. And gonna go up 3-0 against Glitch. Glitch is gonna have to reverse sweep to keep it going. I think lobby's bugged. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Mika's just not working. Glitch needs to try and find something to do. So we're gonna go for Nana Ko. Yeah, I mean, you're down 3-0. You may as well do your best to switch it up if you just know you can't get it working. We'll see if Push's game plan changes at all. Or are they going to try and go for the poke game against Nanako? Might see a bit more offense coming out. Nanako does not have great getting off me tools, so Kay could possibly start using her rushdown capabilities. Right now, though, just darting around a bit. This matchup is extremely tough for Kay. It still ends up being Kay favor. Well, that's what happens to your top tier. Your worst matchups are like 55-45, right? But I would argue this game isn't really well explored enough to have like fully solid matchups or anything. So I'm sure there's much to be discovered still. But given this game's nicheness, it might never come. This isn't Smash where we're starting to see new things 7 years later. Alright, well right now, solid life lead for Push. Gonna dash around these, shield around these supers, but getting battered around a little bit. Alright, gold shield needs to be used against that super. Oh no, that's what I mean. Like, you're just looking to see new things, but in terms of pure meta development, it's hard to say. This game isn't solved, so a lot can change. But in terms of like making a tier list, that's something we'd have to go to the community. Because I can see that changing a lot. Alright, gonna just use that delay on the hyper to half shield that. But yeah, Glitch just not finding good ways to damage Push. Problem is, like, when Kay does get caught, I lose a lot of health, it's hard to come back. Yeah, I can see it. She's good at keeping a lead, but her comeback potential is limited. Because what makes Kay so great is that she can play both sides of the game. You can play rushdown, you can play poke, you can play timeout. And you're also one of the fastest characters in the game, if not the fastest. Which is always huge. Movement speed is one of the biggest things in the fighting game. Fast characters will almost always be good. 36 remain. We got a life lead for Push. Has not changed. Has been holding on to this lead. Alright. Goes full blazing. Gotta take advantage of this before you get hit too much. Just running around pretty much. 15 seconds left. Can the Naka really make something happen here? Or is Push just going to take another timeout? Gold shield exchange, just playing defense. And yeah, this is an extremely tough situation. This looks like that should do it. Push is going on to Grand Final, sweeps Glitch in Losers Finals. Congrats to Glitch for getting third. And we're going to see the rematch in Grands. Best of luck to Push and Sonya. Give me a second. Actually, let me put this on. All right. Today is a great day. That is true. Alright, so we have Sonya on the winner's side, Push on the loser's side. Grand Finals, we got a best of 7. The winner will win. Got pizza, hell yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Alright, Alte versus Mira once again. Push only managed to win one game in the first set in Winners Finals. We're seeing set number 2 now. Right now, Push with the life lead to start off once again. But this is around the time where Sonya starts dominating, so we'll see if they can keep that up. Right now, on to their second bar of life, though. So Push holding their space so far. Will we see the game plan change much, or are we going to see more of the same? We'll see. Right now, slight meter lead for Sonya. Looking to start making some progress potentially, but has to land that first hit. Alright, there's the anchor. Here we go. Combo having to be broken by Gold Shield. Another Gold Shield out of Gold Shields. Sonya can make something happen here. Get back in the game. Full bar meter back for Push, but huge amounts of meters on Sonya's side to start running down Push here. Gets it with the Seeker Link, gets another anchor with some out of gold shields now. Sonya just needs to find one more opening to get a really explosive combo like we've been seeing before. Ooh, tries to cancel with the super, but gold shield gonna block that. Push just trying to dart around, desperately trying to get away and build meter. Super's going to land, do a lot of damage. Now the life lead is in Sonya's favor. Just as we've been seeing, once Sonya gets meter, they seem to be unstoppable in winning these neutral games. Push just being forced to gold shield again and again. We got some Beyblades coming out, just gonna use that immediately. Just trying to stay alive, but unable to get away. Big damage taken, and gonna be locked down this time. Let's get barred out of there, so Push staying alive for now. Meter lead is back to neutral, but still having to run away from all these projectiles. Gold shield used again. Push really struggling to get a presence here in the neutral ever since the second bar of life comes out. Needs to be Sonya's winning point. Just building up the meter at the start and just taking over the game. No gold shield available. This should potentially do it. Push just wanting to hold on to the gold shield, desperately just hoping the combo drops. It does not. And Sonya taking it again in game one. Seems to have Push's number here. Desynced again? Ooh. Ah, shit. Wait a sec. Wait for that to happen. Alright. Okay. I think we have to give it to Sonya. Alright. Yeah, it's close up to the end. Sonya had a big lead, I think, right? Alright then. Fair enough, fair enough. We will replay. If it's like that close to the end, then usually I would just say count it, but if Sonya's on board too, we'll just replay it. Better to be safe. Let's give Push some chance to make sure everything is all set. Sometimes you just have to play in the game. Especially since these tournaments are worldwide, you know. Lag is always going to be a factor. Alright. Game one. Alright, we're seeing a replay of game one. Seems to be more of the same from Sonya, so Sonya just got to keep that up. Yeah, I'm gonna say more towards the end when like Push really started getting blown up is when the desync started. So if it was like more towards that area, then yeah. If it's at the very end, then I'd say you just count it, but if it's less than that, like if it's more towards the middle, then yeah. Alright, here we go. Beyblade's coming out. Good damage onto Sonya. Sonya looking to get these openings while Push is at a meter. Not able to find it. Alright, good luck, Walla. Alright. Push taking a meter lead and life lead. Well, not meter lead, but life lead. Not even a meter. Gold shield exchange there was getting clipped. Might have to do it again to block the super. Finally looking to keep battering down onto Push. Alright, gets a good angle there. I'm gonna force the super out for Push. Looks for the anchor, not gonna find it. Gets a melee super. Sonya just opting to take it all, not winning the gold shield. Gonna half shield instead once they can. Gets the gold shield out of Push. Sonya knows how much the meter advantage has been doing for them, that they're willing to take a lot of damage just to keep the meter lead, because when they do get the conversions onto Push, they kind of just start winning. But you have to find the opportunity first. And it has not happened just yet. Tornado going to land, not much going to happen out of that though. Alright, has Push in the corner, looking for these anchor lockdowns, not finding it. Push is going to get out of there. Both of them calling on to their robots. They're really going to help Push get out of there. Anya close to last bar of life. Alright, Gold Shield used that time. Anya running out of meter. Push could take it here. And it's going to do it with the melee super. So Push is going to get the reversal. And it's going to go up 1-0 here. Alright. Clean game. Let's go. Bet it all on Sonya. Place your bets. Place your bets. Game 2. Alright, we're seeing the machine gun start. Here we go. Some good damage for Sonya starting off. Ooh, lots of projectiles landed there onto Sonya. Big damage taken. Push has the meter lead to start getting a big combo here. And it kind of looks like Push has started hitting their stride here. Beyblades are going to come out. Sonya stuck in the corner. Has meter though. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it like this though. Actually, no, I can swap it. Whatever. Alright, we're seeing the Beyblades come out. Super for Gold Shield. Sonya has a bar ahead of Push. Gets the Gold Shield. Could look for something now. This is where Sonya tends to come online, but has to find those openings. Push gets another Gold Shield back if needed. Gonna go for the Super and miss it. Push just dashing around a Sonya's machine gun. Beyblades are used. Gotta keep missing these supers. It's not good for Sonya. Sonya needs to keep ahead of this meter to get back in the game. Gold Shield gonna be used there to stay out of the combo. The long range anchor going to land, but nothing out of that. Both players fairly even looking right now. Push has the life lead though. Beyblades are online. Push looking to, I'm trying looking to get around with supers and the machine gun. Gold Shield exchange. Chipping away at the life lead though. Gets the super there. No Gold Shield to block that, and Push is going to take a lot of damage. Fine, no Gold Shield. It could have kept going, that conversion. I don't think Push was expecting that to land. But either way, it is a small life lead for Push. This game's coming down to the wire. 50 seconds left. I don't think these players are playing timeout right now. Looking for the anchor, looking for the machine gun, look for any kind of stun. Push just dashing around. It is at high heat though, so has to be careful. Sonya looking to get that meter bar back. Gets a bit of lockdown there. Pours a Gold Shield. Gonna miss the anchor. It is gonna get shielded. Goes for a super. Does not land, but the machine gun's going to land, and that could do it. It does. Sonya gets just enough to lock down Push and take game 2 and even the series. So much closer in the first set already. We're seeing both these players exchange at it. Alright, not opting for machine gun start. Push getting a good start there. Going to the projectiles. The both of the secret bots going at it. The sandwich Push there. And free Sonya. Tornado coming out. Gold Shield exchange to block any further follow-up. We're seeing some machine gun fire going at it. The sentry bot is out. I think that's what it is, a sentry bot. I was thinking Seeker. Or is it Seeker? I don't know. I'm gonna keep just saying whatever the fuck. But anyway, yeah, full bar ahead for Push right now. But there is no meter advantage right now. Has to keep up gold shields if Sonya wants to get the advantage here. Alright, gotta get a bit of chip there. Gold shield exchange. Back to neutral, but combos are possible for Sonya. Not gonna get it. Ooh, gotta get a little cheeky opening there. And a lot of damage is coming out. Oh no, Push does not have shield. Huge amounts of damage. Wow. Wow, that killed? That's insane. The Push is just gonna lose about like 2/3 of their health in one combo. No super needed. Alte's damage is insane, and Sonya's going to take that. That was a desync. It was a desync. Why is it just us specifically today? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Push did kind of just explode. Push just kind of exploded there. Alright, too good to be true. Never trust your eyes. Alright, game 3. Yeah, I know, but still. Yes, Push did just kind of explode there, so we're back to game 3. Seen plenty of desyncs today. But that means we get more neutral. And this time it is going to be Sonya on top at the start of the game. Running Push around circles here. Just staying away from the cloud. Alright, Ghosts are going to block and get in on that with the anchor. But Push clawing their way back in. Life meter is about equal. Machine gun gonna land into super. No gold shield for Push to get out of it. Gonna have to take almost the full combo before the gold shield comes online. I would have just taken it at that point, I think. Hold on to the meter. But Sonya has the life lead right now. Looking for these lockdowns, but yeah, gonna stay out of it. Stuck in the cloud, but Push not able to capitalize fully. You see a small lead for Sonya, but unable to make it work. Push is now the one with the life lead. Meter is about equal, however the heat does matter a lot. Gonna land the super, kind of? Only kind of. Melee super is going to land at full range. Gonna go for a tornado, that's gonna miss, and that could be trouble for Push. Sonya has a bit of a meter lead now. Could look to take advantage of that. Just goes for the sentry bot. Gold shield exchange for super. Mirror in trouble, but gotta not go down just yet. Going to get out of the tornado with an anchor. Push running out of health to play with. Sonya looking to keep Push in the corner until they finally find their mark. Push nowhere else to run. Could that have been a desync at the end? Push kind of stopped running. Good. Alright. It's clean. Alright. Before then. It was clean. Sonya just locked them down, pushing nowhere else to run, and is going to beat them with that anchor. Alright, machine gun combos. The anchor follow-up's not going to land. But Sonya keeping Push locked down in the corner. Push finally going to find a way out. Get the Blades active. Gold shield used by Sonya. This could be a chance to get some damage in. The tornado's going to miss though. And that's unfortunate for Push. Really could have used a big combo there, but not going to find it. Sonya still has a big life lead right now. Chipping away at Push. Keeping up this pressure. Beyblade's out again. Gold Shield used. Sonya not showing fear at all. I don't see why they would actually. But got a Gold Shield out at Tornado again. A lot of meteor leveraging. Where's Sonya? Gold Shield hasn't been used, but still a big conversion. No more Gold Shield here, but not gonna get those Bouncy Blades. Very important to prevent a full combo there. That could have been Push's death. Push gonna find a melee combo. Sonya's gonna eat it. But yeah, so many of these projectiles just on the screen in the chasing. Push hoping that they could get it out alive with meter. Not gonna happen. There's too much damage. And Sonya is forcing Tourney point up 3-1. That is desync. That had to be desync, right? Trying to think of it. Yeah. Yeah. What's happening? I'm guessing when Fush is just like letting that happen, that's just like alright, I guess it's game 4. I guess so. They're really trying to stop Sonya from winning. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's another good start for Sonya. Alright, the follow-up from the Bouncing Blades. Gonna do some work to keep a combo alive for Push. But, again, the problem is the heat disadvantage. Push is the one that has to be running around here. And it means that Push overall is gonna have to win more exchanges than Sonya is, who's staying relatively cool. So you see all this big damage from Sonya. Push has to win a lot more if they are going to take some games. Supers exchange. Beyblades are coming out. Some light hits. No follow-up though. Machine gun coming right back in. Push has no answer. Does not have meter to get away from any of this. Full combo. Wow, into the other Sentry Bot. Insane setup from Sonya. Push is on their last legs in game 4. Oh my goodness, what a combo. Staying alive right now, but Sonya only needs about one more exchange to take this game. Gonna get it with the follow-up from the laser into the long-range machine gun. I don't see any desync there. Sonya up 3-1 now. That had to be clean. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Could be the last match of the tourney. Does Glitch have... Does Fush have any more in them? Or is Sonya going to take game 5 and the tournament? Hi, Glitch. Yeah, not you. I'm very good at fumbling my words. Alright, good little shuriken to break up Sonya's combo and turn it into Fush's. Fush having a good start here. Doing all they can to stay alive. Now Sonya on the back foot. Gold Shield gonna expire. I guess the Tornado follow-up, but not much else. But yeah, Fush looking pretty dominant so far. Sonya not able to find too much as of yet, but has been fairly dominant in some of the wins, or at least the exchanges, so not counted out at all. But right now, Fush looking way more comfortable here. Gets Tornado, forces Gold Shield, uses Beyblades again. Just keep it Push at bay, but remember the heat does a lot. It means Push is taking so much damage from these machine guns. Definitely have to be careful when they're stuck in the corner still. So I'm guessing I'll think it put up some kind of barrier with these the Sentry Bot. Might also be damaging as well. So I've been kind of good at keeping Push away or locked down. Bit of lockdown forces the Gold Shield out. Bush needs to keep their footing here. Alright, gold shield's all used up. Desperately trying to keep Sonya out, but unable to get much more progress. So Sonya chipping away at this lead. Bush, luckily, so much meter gain on from Mira that they can afford to just use a lot of meter on defense and keep it up, but you can only do that for so long before you run out if you have to do it too often. And we're seeing that here, where the heat is just adding up so much for all these exchanges that Sonya's small wins turn into a power mounting comeback. Gold shield used. Slowly chipping away, 40 seconds left. Bush might start thinking about timeout here potentially. Just try and claw their way back to the series, because there's a long road ahead. But Sonya taking so much damage here. Bush in a good position to force game 6. Alright, melee for gold shield. Bush has a significant meter lead though. Could just play safe. Could understand that Sonya has to be desperate here soon. Sonya really needs meter, but just using it to defend against these melee supers. And it's looking like Bush could take this. Gets the melee super there, that should do it. So Bush back on the board, forcing game 6. Staying alive, not going down easy. The searchlights, thank you. Thank you, oh my god. Searchlights, my god. I'm gonna forget that next time again. The searchlights, thank you so much. The taser function, auto adjust to face opponents pretty defensively. SLP. The searchlights coming out immediately. Searchlight combos. Both players dash around in neutral, taking minimal damage. Alright, Tornado landed there. Not going to get the follow-up, though. Alright. Big combo there. This time, Push is going to gold shield it. But still, the trade is definitely in Sonya's favor. And Bush needs to find a way to cool down. Taking too much damage from these little exchanges. Gonna just interrupt that anchor in time. Blade coming out as well. Keep up this pressure. Huge amount of damage from those spinning blades. So, good exchange from Bush. But again, needs to find a way to cool down. But keep up the pressure for now. Keep up these half shields. Playing pretty well. Could force the game 7. But right now, gonna just get out of that. Bush has to be careful though. Gold shield used. Has the life lead. Is the 3-1 comeback possible? I don't recall seeing it before. Alright, bit of tagging from Sonya onto Push, but Push has full meter. A lot of half shields gonna be exchanged now. Gold shield out of the super. Anchor looking to land the mark, just not getting it. Keeping, following, chasing. Meter for meter. Push staying afloat, but again, small hits are going to do a lot of damage, so it has to keep this up. Anchor, there it is. Gets an anchor combo. Sonya now is the lead. Looking to close out the tournament before getting into that ever so pressuring game 7. Looking for these anchor chase downs. Push just darting out of it. No one has meter right now. Has to keep building back up, but Push is at such high percent that Sonya keeps looking to keep up this pressure. Because any hit could lead to a death combo. Searchlight is out. The small little laser is doing huge amount of damage to Push. Push running out of health to play with. Has meter though, getting it stuck in the corner. Gold shields getting around. Push has very little life left. Can Sonya close it out? Gold shield used. Shields back and forth. Push staying alive, keeping Sonya out. But is it enough? These little projectiles are going to do enough, and that's going to take it. Sonya has won Metallurge 70 in game 6. Congratulations to Sonya. And that will do it. GG's. Very high pressure games. And Sonya is going to mow everyone down and take it in grands over Fush. Huge win for Sonya. Congratulations. Welcome back. And very well done. Seeing the possibilities of Alte at the high level. Very impressive. I'm not sure if we saw much of it in the previous tournaments, but Sonya pulling it out there and showing what they can do. Taking out the favorite. And yeah, so congrats to our top 8. Top 8 is going to be... Oh, let me do this. Tournament is over. Congrats to Sonya for getting first place, Fush in second, Glitch in third. The rest of our top 8 is going to be Gabe, Walla, Mindmore, Anthony, and Lume. So congrats to all of you. You guys will all be featured on the little graphic I'll be putting out. And yeah, that does it. Great sets between everybody. Thank you all for coming. We will be back later tonight. I'm going to be doing my own regular stream. And yeah, that's about it. The Fush wanted to practice with the main. You get it. But yeah, congrats to our top 3. You guys can contact Filibuster for your prizes. That does it for me. I will be ending the stream now. Congratulations to everybody. And I'll catch you all later. See you in about 3 hours. I'll be playing Power World later tonight if you are interested. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Moonlight. And goodbye, everybody. Take care. See you next time. We'll be back with Metallurge 75 in terms of Saguri. It'll be a non-prize tournament, just a regular standard one. And then Metallurge 80 will be our next big double limb prize tournament. Alright. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see ya. Take care. Thanks for playing. And goodbye.